The Waters Babies by Granny Jeanie. Once upon a time, there was a crystal pool in a forest that was home to the Waters family and a frog family, a beaver lodge, turtles, and ducks, all living in peaceful harmony. The Waters family consisted of 3 children, 2 boys, Guppy and Puddle, and a girl named Droplet. Their mother was a mermaid, and their father was not. The children took after their father. Much to their mother's chagrin, none of her children had fins. But still, they were fabulous swimmers. They were graceful and powerful and could hold their breath underwater for a long time. The Waters babies loved their home. They lived underwater in a series of large plastic bubbles they called their pod. There were just enough water for their mermaid mother to swim to the kitchen pod and make the children peanut butter and seaweed sandwiches for lunch. The Beaver family lived in a lodge constructed of logs and vines, a cozy log cabin where the Waters babies were often invited for tea. The Beaver family was always busy doing something, busy as a beaver, people say, and the Waters babies understood why. The Beaver family seldom just sat and enjoyed their accomplishments because they were busy beavers, and this was the way they liked to live. So this was fine. The Turtle family never sang. In fact, they never made a sound, and they never seemed busy. During the day, they would find a large lily pad to climb up on, and then simply go to sleep in the sunshine. Mr. and Mrs. Turtle and their children always seemed sleepy, but they were good swimmers, and sometimes they would let the water babies climb on their backs and go for a ride to the bottom of the pond and back. In the marsh, at the edge of the pond, was a family of frogs who were very musical and could harmonize. Their daddy, Jeremiah, was a bullfrog with a rich, deep voice. The frog family would start a chorus of beautiful music, but the Waters babies never understood a single word he said, but they loved the deep, rich sounds anyway. There was a team of ducks living in the marshy reeds of the pond. They could swim, dive to the bottom of the pond, walk on the shore, or fly far above the forest. The father, Jack Duck, would fly to the village and bring back news from the town. It was always exciting when the Waters babies saw Father Jack take off and fly away because they knew the news would be coming soon. But this day, Father Jack did not look happy when he brought the news. They are going to cut down the trees and build houses all around the pond. Lily Pond Estates, they are calling it, and people seem interested in buying, he said. Actually, Father Waters had known about this for some time, but he let Jack bring the news because that was Jack's job, and he respected Jack's work. "Why didn't you tell us?" Mother asked Father. "Oh, I knew Daddy Duck would tell you soon enough," replied Mr. Waters. "Why worry about more than you have to?" One day, 2 men came out in a jeep. and put orange stakes in the ground where the houses would be. The next week they came back and removed all the stakes except one. Then, the following week, a crew arrived with a backhoe, a bulldozer, a grader, a scraper, a truck, and a cement mixer, and began construction on the house. In addition, they dug a channel from the pond to the house that was being built. One day, Father Waters called an all-pond meeting. "Friends," he began, "the deal has been settled now, so I can tell you. I bought all the lots around the pond, and I built the house. My children need a house so the school bus can stop in front and take them to classes. And I added a channel so you can all come into the house." The children ran to the clearing and saw their beautiful house. The channel allowed their mother to swim into the house, where she finally had a place to expand her business, Magic Mermaid Makeup. She made a wonderful facial scrub with the pond mud, and she was working on a body cream made from pond scum and lily pad juice. You might wonder where Father Waters got the money to build a house and buy the land. Well, he invented the pods they lived in and spent years fixing them. In the process, he discovered a strong plastic bubble material that decomposes when left for an hour in the sun. He sold this product to Amazon to make compostable mailing bags, and he made a pretty profit. And so they could live happily ever after. The end.